Hello, I'm Dane, and this is Dane Explains. Have you started watching the new show on HBO called The Last of Us? If you're watching this video, I'm going to guess you probably have. Or, at the very least, played the game. For those who haven't, the premise differs a bit from the regular communicable disease movies. And The Last of Us is caused by a fungus that makes the people like zombies. Okay, that seems like rather normal, okay? But whatever. Hear me out. Could this be possible? Let me explain. If you're not familiar with the fungus known as cordyceps, you'll probably find what it does not only scary, but highly disturbing. And if you're familiar with it, and you don't find it disturbing, it's probably because you're into traditional Chinese medicine. In all honesty, I haven't played the game, and I've only watched a few episodes of the series, because as of the making of this video, the series is fairly new. In the HBO show, a cordyceps fungus jumped species to humans. Sort of like how COVID did. It starts turning people into zombies by growing in their brains and throughout their bodies. Unlike regular zombies, these people aren't dead. They're just having their minds controlled by this fungus with the goal of infecting as many other people as possible, until the point where the fungus has done too much damage, finally killing the person. The scary part is, this is not far off from what real cordyceps fungus does. It mostly infects arthropods, aka bugs. It makes them change their behavior as the fungus spreads through their body and their brain. There was actually an episode of The X-Files that beat the creators of The Last of Us to the punch when it came to mind control fungus, although in The X-Files it was a silicon-based life form. The X-Files rendition was probably closer to reality than the premise behind The Last of Us, because in the X-Files, the zombie person only becomes infectious when they die. You see, normally the infected host of cordyceps carries the fungus until it is near death. Then it tries to die in a spot where the fungal spores have the best chance of finding new hosts. Once the host dies, usually a fungal fruiting body in the shape of a stalk will burst from the back of the neck and release spores to infect new hosts. The Last of Us video game does have that aspect. People wear gas masks to avoid becoming infected around dead former cordyceps hosts, but they have the added aspect of the fungus making the host more aggressive and feeling a need to bite others, which in the game series also spreads the infection. This isn't too far-fetched because one of the only mind-controlling infections we humans do get does that as well, and that's rabies. In fact, rabies is probably one of the reasons why humans seem to have an innate fear and obsession with zombies. So, if rabies and cordyceps both infected the same host and acted synergistically, it would be possible for such a disease to exist. The HBO show leans more towards spreading the infection via a rabies-like infection than the game though, since in the first episode they find someone who died of the cordyceps infection and they don't seem concerned about getting infected. One monkey wrench in the rabies idea is that rabies usually kills you quickly, although you could surmise that the presence of the fungus in the brain might slow the action down. Wait, did I just come up with a real-world way to make zombies? So, we've determined that the zombies in The Last of Us might be able to exist. If cordyceps could jump to humans, and if the humans could also get the secondary infection of rabies, or maybe the fungus is able to mutate somehow to act on the human brain more like rabies. But those are big ifs. It would almost certainly take some more mutations for cordyceps to jump to humans. These fungi only infect bugs because the fungi are notoriously bad at getting around mammalian immune systems. It's normally only an issue with immunocompromised people, and there have been no known cases of even immunocompromised people with cordyceps, even though the cordyceps fungus is actually used to help prevent organ rejection, and those people have to take immunosuppressant drugs. They are just injected with extracts of the fungus, however, not the fungus itself. One of the biggest walls that prevents the cordyceps fungus from making the jump to humans is its slow rate of evolution. You see, unlike viruses and bacteria, which are simple, fungi are complex eukaryotic organisms, and cordyceps are even multicellular. Even with the rapid rate of evolution in viruses, some still evolve too slowly to avoid us wiping them out, like smallpox for instance. Bacteria evolve even more slowly than viruses, but At least they can pick up random DNA from other organisms, which allows them, like viruses, to take evolutionary shortcuts. This is usually how viruses make the jump to humans. An animal virus sometimes infects a human, but can't make the jump to other people unless it picks up a gene from somewhere else, in a human host. That allows it to spread person to person. Cordyceps fungus simply can't make that leap. The reason why it has a foothold in bugs is because they evolved together. It was a slow process that never happened in humans, or any mammals for that matter. So, unless the cordyceps fungus gets a helping hand from some supervillain with deep pockets and a penchant for presiding over the zombie apocalypse, I don't think we'll ever have to worry about something like The Last of Us becoming reality. Thank you for watching. If you like this video, please press the like button. Subscribe to my channel and ding the bell to get notified when I post new videos. Also, please support me on Patreon, link in the description. The more people support me, the more time I can dedicate to making videos like this one. So, until next time, have a great week.